Investigators, they cleared him.
Man, come on, that little dude explosive, bro.
He is, but you seen his dad? His dad on that balco. He on that new juice.
He ain't sliding like he used to.
Man, bro.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please do support us by dropping a comment, liking, and subscribing. So the question was, could Bronny James score a bucket against his father, LeBron? Kevin Garnett certainly didn't think so. But while discussing the topic with Paul Pierce on an episode of KG Certified, the Hall of Famer didn't cite age, size, or experience as to why he believes that. Instead, Kevin Garnett suggested that LeBron is using steroids. While it was seemingly a throwaway line, this isn't the first time the conversation surrounding LeBron and performance enhancement drugs has come up. LeBron has never failed a drug test during his 21-year NBA career, but last year documents were discovered linking LeBron's associates to the biogenesis scandal. Just in case you forgot, biogenesis was a wellness clinic in Miami run by one Anthony, who was supplying athletes, mainly baseball players, with performance-enhancing drugs. However, after ESPN's report on the biogenesis investigation, LeBron himself was cleared. This is what Jason Whitlock is talking about. Let's listen to him. And as you continue watching, please support us by sharing your take on the story, liking the video. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Subscribe. Thank you.
Bronny get a bucket on Bron right now?
Yeah, he can get a bucket on Bron right now.
Nope.
Yeah, he can get a bucket.
No way. Nope.
Nah, he can get a bucket on his dad right
averaging
now.
25.
No, I didn't say he ain't. I don't care what he's doing, but he ain't sliding, playing at that all defensive level.
25. Nah. Lord, 25. You still, Lord, he dunking? He's still dunking the ball with.
I'm saying that Bronny can get a bucket on Bron.
I'm saying he can't. One rollout, get a bucket.
3 dribbles?
No way. I'm talking about.
He can get a bucket on him.
No.
Man, come on, that little dude explosive, bro.
He is, but you seen his dad? His dad on that balco. He on that new juice.
He ain't sliding like he used to.
Man, bro.
Why would Kevin Garnett do this? Why now? And I think a lot of it is people jealousy, hate. I don't think that's it. But what people are not going to tolerate, what other athletes are not going to tolerate, is someone being placed on a pedestal when the athletes are aware of, like, hey, man, I'm not sure if he deserves this pedestal. And, this pedestal he's placed on, hey, it works for this media personality, that media personality, and Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith and TNT and the guys over at ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, and they all got to participate in it because their networks are tied into the NBA and are in business relationships with the NBA, that the LeBron James myth as the greatest player of all time and that debate and discussion, that works for TNT, that works for ESPN, that works for Skip Bayless and Fox Sports. But those athletes that have started their own podcast, they have independent wealth, they have FU money, they got more wiggle room and more freedom. And whether LeBron James is seen as the greatest of all time or not doesn't mean anything to them. And so when you think about who is the greatest player who hates LeBron James and has a competition with LeBron James, it's Paul Pierce. Who is Kevin Garnett's longtime teammate and clearly close friend who they do some podcast work together with? Paul Pierce. So Paul Pierce can't take this balco shot, but Kevin Garnett can. And so Kevin Garnett did. And a lot of former players all grew up loving and worshiping Michael Jordan. A lot of former players know it's ridiculous to try to put LeBron on the same level as Michael Jordan. Let's say Todd Fennell was my friend sitting with my brother. Todd probably weighs 170 pounds. My brother was seated in the kitchen as well. Let's say my brother weighs, I think, 230, 240 pounds. McDonald's everywhere. There's a 170-pound guy sitting at the kitchen, a 230-pound guy sitting in the kitchen, and then there's a 300-pound guy sitting in the living room, and all kinds of McDonald's have been eaten. But none of the investigators suspected the guy sitting in the living room of eating any McDonald's. So Randy Mims, who I've met, He don't look nothing like LeBron James. He ain't all cut up. He don't look like he just stepped out of the weight room in some fitness magazine. But he's connected to biogenesis and steroids. David Alexander, the personal trainer, who's in good shape, but he don't look like LeBron. He's a personal trainer connected to steroids, but Randy Mims, David Alexander, yeah, they got some kind of loose connection. But that other guy that looks like a Greek god at age 40 and 41, he got nothing to do with steroids. Not him. He's played the longest NBA career of any elite level NBA player. He looks better today than he did at age 18. His stamina and endurance is through the roof. He's playing 35 minutes a game in his 21st season. That guy, investigators, they cleared him. This is like walking in.
Because we have to be honest about cycling. It's a level playing field. Everyone's doing it. It's the great quote from Charlie Francis that I've used before, who engineered the rise of Ben Johnson in the '88 Olympics. He said famously, it's a level playing field, just not the one you think it is. So, look, Lance Armstrong wasn't the only guy doing it. I think where he crossed the line was that he lied about it, number one. But number two, he was forcing other people to retract their statements, and he was bullying other guys. And so he wasn't just a participant. He was almost like the godfather of this thing. So it's a little bit different here. But LeBron, to me, it's interesting because I don't think he's a universally beloved figure. But even with that, he is part of that protected class. He's off limits.
Steve, let's go just hardcore Steve Kim, Jason Whitlock. True, just who cares if the optics aren't good? Do you care whether the athletes are using steroids?
I can't say that I do except in combat sports because you're hitting somebody. I've used this analogy before. I don't care if you run 2 steps faster or hit the baseball 30 feet further or you get a couple of miles or inches on your fastball. But when you are assaulting somebody and there's head trauma and you can hurt somebody really bad physically, that can paralyze them or in the most gravest situation, kill them. Yeah, I actually do care about combat sports. I think that's a little bit different. But when it comes to the other sports, I don't draw that hard of a line, to be honest with you. I actually thought, this is going to be a very controversial statement to some people, I love the home run race of 98. I thought it revitalized the game. I thought it was the best thing for baseball at that time. And people can say, oh my God, we were disgusted by it. I think that's a lie. I remember watching that 30 for 30 about 4 years ago about the home run race of 1998 between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. You can say that both guys cheated. I will not disagree with that. You could say that they cheated the game and their fellow players. I guess, although there is this uncomfortable fact. Jason, the pitchers were using it too. But with all of that said, did baseball get back into the good graces of the American public after this strike of 1994 on those two guys' broad shoulders? I think the answer is unequivocally yes.
So I do care. My position in 98, 99, 2000, and then when Barry Bonds took the record back and set a new standard, my position always was, and this is what got me and Mike Lupica crossways, is because Mike Lupica used to love to go on to sports reporters and pretend like Barry Bonds was the only guy using steroids.
Yeah.
And my position was like, no. These guys are making so much money, they're all using it.